Hey, how's it going everyone? My name is True Underdog, and today we're going to discuss the Season 2 changes for Juri. A lot of you dogs have been asking me in the comments, Dog, aren't you excited about Juri? Isn't she a lot better now? And I gotta say, I'm a little bit excited, but Juri's still not going to be a great character overall. She went from bottom tier to low or maybe mid tier. I mean, the best thing I can hope for is that you might see her at major tournaments now, but I'm not honestly sure about that. I hope to see her a lot more at tournaments, but she hasn't really gotten a lot better because she still has to charge her moves, right? She still has to abandon all of her aggressiveness to charge her moves or charge her V skill. Everything has to be charged, right? Everything has to be prepared. And the little bit of time she takes to charge those moves means abandoning all of her offense. And that's why Juri is always going to suffer in Street Fighter V, because she doesn't get to maintain her aggressiveness. Imagine if Cammy had to charge her dive kicks before doing them. Imagine if Rashid had to charge his whirlwind or maybe charge his dive kick before doing it. Or imagine if Ken had to store his run before he could actually use it. Stuff like that is what keeps Juri from being really good. I don't want to come off as pessimistic. I think she's still decent. Just not in the realm of great, nor in the realm of very good. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about these changes. I will leave a link down below to the full list of changes, because right here I'm going to cover the main ones. I'm not going to cover every single frame change, but I will cover all the big changes that are worth noting. Alrighty, so first off we have the pinwheel. Every pinwheel has now been changed from a kick to a punch. And I actually love this change because you don't get them by accident anymore. It's a fantastic change. I absolutely love it. Just showing all four versions there. And when I say you don't get the pinwheels by accident anymore, here's what I mean. I'm going to walk forward, do standing heavy punch, and then I'm going to do her charge, and it's not going to give me the pinwheel. It's going to give me the move I want, and that's freaking fantastic. I love that so much. That's so cool to me. On top of that, certain combos like this one are also a lot easier now. I no longer have to worry about getting the kicks or the punches by accident. I get exactly what I want. And if I don't want to do that, say I have charges stored instead, I'd rather do this, I no longer get the wrong input anymore. I get exactly what I want because now it's punches instead of kicks. It's a fantastic change and I absolutely love it. Okay, the second change, which is the one that everyone is talking about, is she can now link her standing medium kick from standing medium punch, which looks like this. So that's pretty cool, right? I got 3 hits, pretty decent hit confirm, but the even bigger deal is I can now cancel the first hit of standing medium kick into her medium flip kick, which I think is called Royo Densatsu, but I'm not going to call it that because it takes too long, and I might mess it up. I got a bit of a speech impediment, so I'm going to go ahead and call it the flip kick. Anyway, the point is you can do standing medium punch into standing medium kick, then cancel the first hit of standing medium kick into the medium flip kick, which looks like this. Pretty easy stuff. Now the reason that is fantastic is because Juri now has a successful hit confirm. I can go for the cross up, if it hits, I get a full combo. If it doesn't, I don't have to commit to the flip kick, which is good because it is unsafe. This gives me a lot more options now as a Juri player because I no longer have to commit to using her charge attacks if my attack doesn't hit. Speaking of charge attacks, her medium charge now actually connects. Now this move is called Fuha Rinkakyu or something like that. I'm also just going to call it a charge. I'm not going to call it Fuha Rinkakyu for the same reasons that I mentioned earlier, alright? Underdog don't got the time, nor do I have the linguistic skills to pull that off. Anyway, check out this combo right here. That has me very, very excited. I can now hit confirm into her medium charge attack, which gives me a full combo. Speaking of which, minor change here, you can now do crouching medium punch into medium flip kick. Before it was only light flip kick, so you get a little bit more damage now. Not much, it's less than a jab, right? Less than 30 damage, but it's still a bit more damage, which is nice. I do appreciate that. But the biggest thing to note here is I can now combo off a hit confirm into her medium charge, which is fantastic. What makes this change an even bigger deal is that if I get a counter hit off of my crouching jab or standing jab, I now get a 3 hit confirm combo, which is even more fantastic. Because if I land the jab, then I get a full combo. But if they block it, I'm still at frame advantage and I can still go for the full hit confirm. That's a pretty big deal for me as a Juri player. Alright, so big change number 3 is that her EX flip kick is now invincible to fireballs on frame 1 instead of frame 3. So now it can be done on reaction and there's no fear of getting hit by that fireball. Which is fantastic because EX flip kick can be followed up by heavy pinwheel for a lot of damage. This does not work if you connect with it at max range, so make sure to always stay in that sort of mid-range and not that 75% range or further. If you do, you're not going to get the heavy pinwheel, and your opponent's going to quick rise and get a full punish on you, even though you punished their fireball properly. That always upsets me, but you know what, just keep that in mind, it is a factor. However, what's even crazier is you can now interrupt block strings like crouching medium kick into fireball because it's not a true block string. And because you're invincible to fireballs on frame 1, you can punish them every time for doing this to you. Now it's not the easiest timing, but it's also not very difficult. So if you have a Ryu player who loves to do block strings into fireball, and you have at least one bar to spare, you can now punish them every single time. For me personally, that's a very big deal, and I don't see enough people talking about it. Alrighty, and now for the final and possibly the biggest change to Juri in Season 2, in my honest opinion. Her V-skill is now a lot better. In fact, I dare say it's one of her best tools now. Now the first big change to it is that it now charges up very fast. In fact, the backdash itself actually counts towards the charge if you time it properly. So check this out. Charged. Even though I backdashed while it was still charging, it counted. You see that puff of smoke beneath Juri's feet? That means it is fully charged and it's ready to go, ready to be unleashed. It charges very, very fast now, which means you can now charge it a lot easier in the neutral, or you can also charge after scoring a knockdown on the opponent. And that's just the first big change. The next big change for Juri's V-skill is it's now fireball invincible on frame 1. So now it can punish a projectile from full screen on reaction every single time. So in other words, if you have V-skill, the opponent just can't throw a fireball. Because if they do, they're eating a full V-skill, which does a pretty decent amount of damage, and you can charge it up right away after landing it. So pretty much every single time you use this move to punish a fireball, you can store it and get another chance to punish a fireball. These two changes combined make Juri very, very deadly, but the changes to her V-skill do not stop there. The last change to Juri's V-skill is it can now combo after any of her charge moves, which is a very big deal. So the light version, cancel it. No problem. The medium version, I can cancel that too. The heavy version I can also cancel, but you do have to hold it down a little bit, otherwise it will whiff. So I'm holding it right now, then I'm releasing it. That's the way you have to do it if you want to combo after the heavy charge. If you try to do it instantly, the last hit will actually whiff. And honestly, the fact that you can combo off of the heavy charge is the best addition in my opinion. Because before, I never saw a reason to use the medium and heavy charge in the same combo, because the damage wasn't much different than just doing her medium flip kick. It was almost the exact same amount of damage, right? Check this out. It's not a very big difference. Certainly not a big enough difference to lose your heavy kick charge, because that's one of the best ways to combo into V-trigger, and I never wanted to waste that tool when I was playing Juri. However, the fact that I can now cancel her heavy charge into V-skill means I now get over 300 damage for a single combo, so that much damage is definitely worth spending the 2 charges in a single combo. On top of that, she now gets a lot more damage from her crush counter combos as a result of these V-skill changes. I'll leave a link down below to my Juri Expert Combo Guide, which shows you all the crazy stuff you can now do with Juri if you have all of her assets available. Alrighty dogs, that concludes Juri's Season 2 changes. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and post a comment too. Tell me what you think. If you'd like to support the channel, please stop on by my Patreon and show your support. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more videos, because we have content on this channel every single week. It's never a dull moment on Underdog Gaming, so make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.